can create problem. So what are these key highlights? Today, at eThekwini now, at the conclusion of this, Mayor Cyril Xaba has got in his hand 400 megawatts that he'll be able to generate on his own, doesn't rely on Eskom, is 25% of his total demand in eThekwini. And then he can have a partnership with some of the marquee consumers here so that it is on the back of that power purchase agreement that they can raise the money to be able to invest in the development of these projects. I want to emphasize that the construction of this gas to power and the 100 megawatt of solar PV, it doesn't have to come from their balance sheet. So it will be off balance sheet transaction. So it's not going to burden their balance sheet because once they enter into bilateral with the off-takers, they are able to use that paper to raise money in the debt capital market to finance this project as special purpose vehicles that are going to ensure that the electricity is provided to the municipality. So as I conclude, I really want to make the point that we are going to enhance service delivery in that he's going to enhance service delivery in that he's going to reallocate some of the money because he's going to earn a premium out of this intervention to build and run on its own and show the rest of the country, the municipalities in the country, a template on how to build your own generating capacity. If they don't do that, they are going to be displaced by private sector. Because what is happening in the South African electricity market is that there are private generators and they are picking, if you like, the top of the pile, the cream. So they enter into bilaterals with some of the big consumers, reliable consumers, diligent consumers. If municipalities don't move with the pace that eThekwini has moved, they are going to find that in the next 5 years, their best consumers will be taken off. They will be provided for by private sector. They are going to sit with those who can afford. And that is the recipe of collapsing municipalities from a revenue point of view. And they will not be able to deliver their services. So the sooner they embrace this dispensation, the better. I want to congratulate eThekwini. Like I said, this is the single biggest consequential intervention that we are making. There is nothing bigger than this in the local government as it relates to the electricity sector. And I want to congratulate the mayor for the excellent work. Well done, my brother.
Thank you very much, Program Director, Ms. Tsakane Kambani, our Minister of Energy, Electricity and Energy, Dr. Kgosientso Ramokgopa, the Chairperson for Economic Development and Planning, Councillor Tembo Ntuli, Chairperson of Trading Services, Councillor Mdu Nkosi. I wish to introduce the Executive Director for Technical Services, Nongalo, Ethnic Msweli, and I saw another one over there for planning. It's Mr. Lihle Pewa. These are the EDs present. I also introduced the acting head for electricity. It's been renamed to energy, yes, and the other executives and senior colleagues present. And the municipal manager will join us shortly. He had a commitment this morning. Minister, this morning the team that is here, the two colleagues in the executive and the EDs were at the meeting with the president and CEO of Toyota South Africa Motors. It was a good meeting, and I'm excited about our discussions there. And then from there we came here to have a meeting with you. Minister Special Advisor, Mr. Silas Zimu, and all officials from the Department of Electricity and Energy in our midst, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good day. As a city, we welcome this historic announcement by the Minister. It marks a critical milestone in our energy strategic roadmap, which seeks to enhance energy security by diversifying energy sources and reducing reliance on the national grid. So today, we're not only celebrating the decision by the Minister of Electricity and Energy to authorize the city to develop new electricity generation capacity, but we are also affirming our commitment to lead South Africa's energy transition in a way that is secure, inclusive, and sustainable. We are excited that we are the first metro in the country to receive this determination from the Minister to procure new electricity generation capacity directly from independent power producers. This is a precedent-setting moment that reinforces the constitutional role of municipalities in ensuring that they deliver quality services. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to briefly outline the journey we have traversed until we reach this point. Part of it has been covered by the Minister. In line with our energy strategic roadmap, the city took a decisive step in 2021 to respond to the national energy crisis. As a result, the Council resolved to initiate its own electricity procurement program through the Municipal Independent Power Producer Procurement Program. The decision was driven not only by necessity, but by a forward-looking vision of building a decentralized, diversified, and resilient municipal energy system. By July 2021, we issued a technology-agnostic request for information to the market, targeting 400 megawatts of renewable energy. This move allowed us to engage industry stakeholders, assess investment appetite, and lay the groundwork for meaningful public-private partnerships. A year later, our 400 megawatt business case received full endorsement from the KwaZulu-Natal provincial government. Subsequently, the National Treasury approved the project, positioning eThekwini as a national pioneer in municipal-led power procurement. In 2023, the municipality convened the first Energy Transformation Summit with key public and private stakeholders, reaffirming our commitment to a reliable, low-carbon, inclusive energy future. In the same way, we formally submitted our Section 34 determination application, which received the full attention of the Minister, a gesture we really appreciate. By October last year, the Minister issued the draft Section 34 determination to NERSA, which launched public participation in March 2025. We are happy that today we celebrate the final approval of the ministerial determination, which gives us the green light to move to the next phase of the request for proposals. This program will allow the city to procure 400 megawatts of new generation capacity, 100 megawatts from solar PV, and 300 megawatts gas to power, with a focus on dispatchable, reliable, and low carbon energy technologies. Our energy mix is clearly articulated in our integrated development plan. Let me emphasize this point. Our energy strategy is embedded in our ITP, which is a legislated planning and performance management instrument. The inclusion of our energy mix in the ITP ensures that our power procurement is directly tied to broader development outcomes, job creation, economic growth, climate change, and spatial transformation. We want to assure our ratepayers that this program is financially sound. Preliminary modeling indicates that it will save the municipality approximately 5 billion rand over the duration of the power purchase agreements, translating to around 250 million in annual savings. These are savings we can redirect to the upgrading of infrastructure for basic services that will directly benefit our residents. Furthermore, this program is catalytic as it is projected to unlock 8.5 billion rand in private investment and boost regional industrial activity. Most importantly, it will create an estimated 2,200 jobs during construction and operation phases. This initiative will also empower small businesses and promote inclusive enterprise and supplier development. Therefore, this is not abstract policy document. It is a tangible plan that will bring meaningful change to our communities. From an energy security standpoint, once fully operational, the new capacity will reduce the city's reliance on the national grid by in excess of 18%, significantly cushioning us from up to stage 3 load shedding. Load shedding is a thing of the past now. It's just a safety valve. During this period, our economy can stay productive. Our hospitals, schools, and police stations will continue to operate without any disruption. The project supports both our climate action plan and South Africa's nationally determined contributions under the Paris Agreement. It is expected to avoid 250,000 tons of CO2 equivalent emissions annually, a significant step towards achieving a just transition and low carbon emissions. Ladies and gentlemen, the procurement will be rolled out in phases. The request for proposals for solar PV will be issued in December this year, with the construction expected by September 2027. The gas to power RFP will follow in 2026, and the details of which will be communicated in due course. This staggered approach allows us to align with demand profiles, strengthen local capacity, and manage implementation risk responsibly. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, let me reiterate that is not an isolated program. It is an integral part of our long-term development agenda, guided by our IDP, our energy policies, and our smart city ambitions. It is indeed a cornerstone of the city of the future we currently build together. We wish to extend our deep appreciation to our partners across all spheres of government. It is through your guidance and collaboration that we've reached this milestone. Therefore, today's announcement is more than just a policy update. It is a declaration of intent. Thank you very much, Minister. It says the city is ready to lead and accelerate update. It is a declaration of intent. Thank you very much, Minister. It says the city is